参った。泣けか。
ありえねえ、食事と会話の真っ最中に。しかも続きを噛み始めたぞ。
Hello everybody, welcome to another video. We had our pre-release tonight for OP14/EB04. So that was a fun event. It means that the content this week might be a little thin because I know nobody really likes to watch the pre-release games, so I did not end up recording them. I'll try to find stuff to fill in here and there, but if we don't hit a full week's worth of content, you'll know what happened. But I was able to get a box. My local was selling for MSRP if you had an unsealed box and you were participating in the event. So I was able to pick up this box here. That's why we don't have any seal on it. And yeah, let's just hop into a box and enjoy some openings here. All right. So just hopping into packs here. Obviously we are looking for Croc stuff. That's what I've been playing a lot of and really enjoying. So let's hope we can find what we need for Croc. I know some of the people at my locals have been holding stuff aside for me, so I'm happy for that. And let's see what we get out of our own box. We got a bit of a glare, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to that. Sindri, Don't Worry I'm Here, Yosaku, Rouge, Koala, Humandrill, Ground Death, great start. And then we have a Carrot here as well. Yeah, this is a great one. But Ground Death, put that to the side because we already know that we will need that one. So as far as pre-release went, I actually went undefeated, but we were going to have to do a 5th round, and there were 3 undefeateds left. And we all wanted to go home, so we decided to roll for it. And unfortunately, I rolled low and did not get the girl promo, but no harm, no foul there. I'm not really there for the promos anyways. I am there for the games and the cards. So we got disappointed already, so there's another card for the thing. Boa and Tashigi, both playables, I feel like. But yeah, I ended up pulling pretty well, at least I think for playability in my pools. I got several Chaka and Pels. I did end up pulling the EB Vivi, but I don't think I had enough to reliably use it with my Chaka and Pel. So I didn't end up running it. There's one other person who also made it to undefeated, who did opt to run the Vivi and Chaka combo, and it worked for them, so I probably should have done it, but I just didn't trust that the cards would come up together enough, and I didn't want to have just a generic 1k in my deck, because that Vivi card is just really unplayable if you don't have the other cards. And the Chaka pile I'm talking about is the blue one. This green one, I think I had 1 copy of, but I was worried that I wasn't going to have enough Alabasta stuff to make it reasonable. Arlong, that's a great one. I'll have to put that one aside. I have a friend who's playing Jinbei, so let's see if he has all of his Arlongs. He probably does. Rares are pretty easy to pick up during pre-release events. But so far, our only SR has been the Carrot, which is good, but not the card that we're looking for. Rindo, Gecko Moria, another one that I'm interested in looking at some point. Rayleigh, I'm going to have to put this one aside for Robin. I think that'll be a good card in Robin. And our next SR here, we have the Nami, which I did pull one. I only got to play it actually once in the pre-release, but it was pretty good. I think I probably needed to run a couple more events in my list, my pre-release deck, but it was running pretty well. I did go undefeated in the games that we played, so it worked pretty well. It was very much a who could play the most 8-cost bodies, which feels like par for the course for this style of format. But I had a good number of 8Ks, so I wasn't going to worry too much about it. And it's also nice that some of the 8K bodies are also blockers, so that's great to see. Miss Merry Christmas will want to hold aside. I do want to play the Sanji deck at some point too, but I might wait for the EB. Oh, Golden Week, I need one of those set aside. Zoro and Megalo. But yeah, Sanji, I want that Reiju, that new Reiju, who lets you play your events out of trash. That's really great. One thing I didn't realize when I was reading it the first time, it does not make you put, ooh, look at that. Perfect, perfect pull for the Croc deck. We have a Croc leader here. Great start to the deck. But what I didn't realize about that Reiju card is it doesn't put the event you cast on the bottom of the deck. So you can use the same copy of like Red Rock or whatever multiple times. And let me actually put Kid over here because he's a rare. Which is really nice for the functionality of that deck. You usually do get to see your whole deck, so you can find the one copy you need maybe, and then use it several times with the, what's it called? With Reiju, which is great for the flexibility of it. It allows you to run a lot more one-ofs that might be harder to run otherwise, because you don't even have to cast them the first time, and if you need them a second time, they're great. So you get to trash them with cards like this one for counter early, then use them as many times as necessary in the later game with the Reiju, which is just a lot of flexibility for the deck. So definitely a combo I am interested in running once we get to that time. There's Zala, that's great. I think that is pretty close to the playset. Combined with what I opened in my pre-release. Golden Week, another good one. And then a Perona. The Perona is one that I will probably have to pay attention to for other decks because it's not leader locked at all. And that's the kind of card that does a whole lot. I guess the 5-drop slot in green is kind of full because there's like Carrot, and there's the Freeze Bonnie, and there's the Law cards and Cavendish. So there's a lot of green cards that are all pretty good with the green decks that exist. So we don't need to see too many more good green cards. And I'm trying to see, I have my monitors on for lighting, and my computer wanted to go to sleep, so I had to wake it back up. So hopefully, I did find out that the leaders can come in 2 hitboxes this time around. So that is not great to hear as far as the rest of my box goes, because now there's a chance that this is only a 2 hit box. But I do like that they are mixing up the pulls that you can get in the 2 hit boxes, just because those 2 hit boxes always felt so bad to hit them. So at least getting a leader or something like that does sound like a pretty good way of balancing that fact out. And we'll have to see what we get. I did notice that I've seen quite a few people opening the Mr. 2. And the I've got access to a couple of crocodiles. So we got a Mihawk as our SR here. I don't know if that means that this is going to be a 2-hit box. I didn't actually pay enough attention to the ratios to know if that means that we have a 2-hit box for sure or not. But we'll see, I guess. Unfortunately, it wasn't the croc, which would have helped quite a bit in filling out our playset. But beggars can't be choosers too much. Zala, that definitely makes the playset. Terracotta is one that I had in my deck, and with the 2 Chockenpels, the blue ones, I really wanted to make use of this, but I did not find an opportunity to do that. They on the board alone were strong enough to where I didn't need them as much. Need some Mr. 5s. Ooh, and a bone clay. Great. But yeah, I was able to get the Chockenpels in play, and then the Terracotta just never came up because they were strong enough on their own, and I could just use the 2K counter mode of the Terracotta. Mrs. Merry Christmas. Let's make sure we're still in frame here. Babe. Regular crocodile leader, we'll put that at the back of our thing, and then a Rosinante in Law. Okay. I feel like we're probably gonna have at least one more hit here. I won't be too disappointed if we don't, because we did get the croc leader. But hoping to get one more hit here. Ideally, it would be either a Mr. 2 or a Miss All Sunday. But I will settle for a Daz Bones if it wants to make itself available. We actually haven't seen any Daz Bones yet, which is a bit surprising because it's only a rare. But hopefully we do get enough of those. I think that is the... I didn't see any of my pre-release packs either, so he's feeling a little bit rarer than the others. Miss All Sunday is another one that I haven't seen too many copies of yet. And I guess we'll put him aside for now. The event, I have not seen Ground Death, besides that first copy we saw in this box. That one being a rare is a little unfortunate. I mean, I guess I understand they're going to put some good cards in the rare slots. But it does suck when you have the events, which are otherwise... they're strong, but they're not in an interesting way strong. Jinbei, and You'll Frighten Me. It's always fun to have your rares and your stuff like that be interesting cards so that you can really do some interesting things with the cards because they're less likely to be seen in your sealed formats. And you can also kind of get creative with the play styles and everything, and it makes for an interesting. Dofi is a great one. Running low on packs here, so we might be out of hits here. It'll be interesting to see what people actually build here in our locals format. I'm not sure how many people are going to build Boa. It is obviously a very strong deck, but it's one that I haven't gotten the impression that people are all over. Ooh, we have the Alt Art Arlong. This is great fodder to trade. The person who traded me so far an Alt Art Secret Crocodile, he's the Jinbei player, so I will put that aside for him, and that'll work out great. So that does mean we are fresh out of of the top tier hits. I don't know if it's possible to get the Gold Dawn in this box anymore, but I guess that would be the one question mark on what could possibly be in the box still. We do need the second Mr. 5 here. Got the Shanks, and we have our first Daz Bones, which is important. We do need 4 of those. They are really strong against a lot of decks and really help turn the corner against those decks. So we definitely want to find the full playset of those. I think we could probably use some more of the 2K counters. I think most of them are uncommons, unfortunately, which means that it might take a box or two to get the rest of them. But I think we did some pretty good pulls here. Moving into our final pack, I think what I would like is a Ground Death would be the card that I'd like to see. Expecting a rare in this box or in this pack, Ground Death would be what I'd like to see. Stealth Black, Basil Hawkins, Marguerite, Koala, Miss Valentine. Oh, I haven't pulled it any Miss Valentine, so this is an important one to pull. So that was the box. Now going back through my hits, let's move this out of the way here. We got the Crocodile Leader, a Mihawk, and this Arlong. So let's put these to the side here and let's put these on camera. If the camera will wake up. Okay, well, it doesn't want to wake up. So you guys will have to let me know if this one is way off screen or not. We have our Arlong, which I would definitely trade to our Jinbei player. We have the Crocodile Leader. And then we have a Mihawk. The texturing on this one is really cool. So definitely a fun one to pull. So that was Box with me. Thanks for hanging out, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.